Hi everyone, and welcome to my video, Why Does My Dog Do This? First, let me give a treat to Sadie. Say hi, Sadie. Okay, so here I'm going to answer some questions about why do dogs do certain behaviors, and you will see either here or in certain areas I will put up pictures, so let's get right into it. Why do dogs lick? Why do dogs lick me? You, your face. Dogs lick you, especially your face, because they love you. Endorphins are released from both you and your dog whenever they lick you, so it's kind of like a win-win for both you and your dog. Dogs are actually the only animals that have figured out how to access the oxytocin pathways in our brains, so whenever they look at you and you say I love you, they feel good about it, and you also feel good about it. They tricked us. So why do dogs lick their paws? Dogs licking their paws is usually a sign that something's wrong with their feet, such as allergies or an infection, or perhaps just a splinter. They also do it out of boredom, though, so don't get too worried if you catch him licking his feet. It might not be that big of a deal. Our Aussie licks his feet a lot, but that's because of allergies, and so does Sadie. She's got bad allergies. So, why do dogs lick their genitals? Yeah, it's a weird question, but it's got to be asked. Most of the time, a dog licking his genitals just means that he's cleaning himself. If there's constant excessive licking, though, a visit to the vet may be best to rule out an infection called a UTI, or a urinary tract infection. Ozzy gets lots of them, and Sadie just got over a pretty bad one that had her peeing all over the house and everything, and she got put on antibiotics that caused her to poop all over the house, and so it was pretty bad. Now, why do dogs lick the carpet? Well, for the same reason they eat your shoes and destroy your house. They're simply bored. Be glad it's only licking and not eating the carpet. Speaking of eating, why do dogs eat poop? There are two main reasons why a dog may eat his or others' poop. The first being that it's actually in your dog's DNA to do so. Dogs like to keep their surroundings clean and really don't like having urine or feces around them. In fact, a mother dog will even eat her own puppy's excretions just to keep everyone clean. The other reason could be that your dog isn't getting enough nutrition in his food, and so maybe try switching up his food to something more nutritious and see if there's a change. Now, why do dogs eat grass? Dogs will often munch on grass due to digestive issues, such as if they swallow something inedible and they know they need to throw up. Grass makes dogs sick, and they know this, so they will eat it purposely to get rid of whatever's hurting their stomachs. They, of course, also, again, might be bored, so if you see your dog doing it all the time, there may be no cause for worrying. Now, why do dogs eat dirt? According to the AKC, American Kennel Club, dogs eat dirt for a number of reasons. The desire for munching on soil may be boredom or stress, or it could simply be because they smelled something tasty mixed in the mud, like a worm or something, a bug. But it could also be a signal of an underlying health problem or a lack of proper nutrition. So if your dog is eating dirt a lot, maybe get that looked at. Sticks. Why do dogs eat sticks? And there are several reasons why dogs eat wood, tree bark, and sticks. Stress may be one reason, but a more common cause is pica, which Sadie actually has, where your dog has a desire to eat inedible objects. So keep an eye on them, because this will likely translate to eating other objects. Sadie just ate a shoe last night and pooped out the shoelaces just a little while ago, so yeah, be sure to keep an eye on them, because they will probably like to eat all kinds of things if they've got pica. Now, why do dogs eat trash? Oh, speaking of pica, I also have pica, so it's kind of funny. I like to chew on electrical objects such as MP3 players and phones. But usually it means that I am dehydrated, so it's pretty simple. If I've got that urge, I just know I gotta drink more. Why do dogs eat trash? And the cause of this behavior is pretty simple. The trash smells like food. If your dog is eating other trash that does not have food in it, then again, it is probably just boredom. In case you haven't noticed, dogs get bored a lot. Especially if they don't have a lot of toys, like Sadie. Sadie destroys all of her toys, which is why she doesn't have any. If she didn't destroy them, she'd have tons, but she destroys them. So, Now, why do dogs bite? Why does my dog bite me? Well, if you mean gently, then this is probably just excitement. Play biting and nipping is not the biggest cause for concern, but you may want to look into getting it trained out of them because it's also not the most desirable of behaviors. Sadie is a bit of a play biter. Yeah. Another thing that Sadie does is she chews on blankets, and dogs may chew on blankets for several reasons, including anxiety, teething if your dog's a puppy, hunger, or attempting to fulfill a need to nurse left over from puppyhood, which is pretty cute. Sadie does that too, but I don't think it's the nurse thing. I think it's, well, I don't know why she does it. I think she just does it because she's a goofball. Now, why does your dog bite his tail? And this is a very common thing. A lot of dogs like to chase their tail, but a common thing is that dogs will bite their tail until their tail is hairless, which is pretty sad. My grandmother's dog actually bit all the hair off of his rump and tail, and it was pretty sad. If your dog's biting his tail, it may be he's suffering from environmental or food allergies, and some of the most common environmental allergies include mold, pollen, or household chemicals. Many dogs can also be observed biting their tails if they're experiencing an allergic reaction to fleas, ticks, or mites. Usually it's mites. It might be mistaken for something like scabies or mange, but it's usually just fleas or mites. And why do they bite other dogs' ears? Well, simple. This one is actually simple, and it's not boredom. It has to do with whether in playing or fighting, a dog will bite another dog's ears to assert dominance. And if they're playing, it'll probably be gentle and nothing to worry about, but if they're fighting, well, it's a weird way that if they're fighting, then it's biting their ears is a way to show that they're mad, but they don't want to hurt the other dog, so they will just bite his ears instead of going for his throat or something like that. Now, sounds. Why do dogs bark at people and at other dogs? And this may be because some dogs like to bark at people or other animals to gain attention or rewards like food, toys, or play. When Ozzy is around, which he is today, Sadie barks like crazy. I will give you another treat in just a second. Sadie, she gets down on the floor, she does the play bow, and she tosses her head off to the side and goes, row, 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 row. Every time, row, 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 row. I don't know what she's saying, but yeah. So, your dog may be barking in greeting. If he barks when he sees people or other dogs and his body's relaxed, then he's just excited and yeah, that is a weird, I don't know how I worded that. And then if his body's relaxed, he's excited, especially if his tail is wagging, something like that. Why do dogs howl? And dogs howl to gain the attention of others, whether people or just each other. This is why they most often howl at night. They're just checking in with everybody, even in the entire neighborhood. Yes, your dog knows a lot more about the neighborhood than you do. They may also howl along to music or high-pitched sounds like sirens, and this is nothing to be concerned about. They just have more sensitive ears than us, and they like to sing. Sadie's part husky, so she's a singer too. Aren't you? Why do dogs pant? And this is probably a well-known thing, but just in case you don't know, dogs usually pant to get rid of excess heat in their bodies. Aside from their paws, dogs don't sweat, and they rely on the evaporation process to transfer heat from their bodies to the outside. But if they're panting when they're not hot, this could be stress or anxiety or excitement, like if they're happy to see you. But Ozzy, he pants whenever thunderstorms are going on and fireworks are going on because he's stressed out. So it could be heat, but it could be anxiety. So yeah, you can probably tell the difference of what it is, though, so don't worry about that. Anyway, this is a very long video. I expected it to be short. I would have lessened the number of things I had to list off, but I guess we're going to make a 10-minute long video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sadie is chewing on me. Why is she biting me? She's biting me because she wants treats. I have treats right here, and she's mad that I stopped giving them to her. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sadie and I appreciate it, and we hope that you enjoyed it and got something from it, and I just wiped dog slobber all over me. You're not getting any more treats. Go ahead and check out some of my other videos. There should be somewhere around here. It should pop up on one of these sides. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and bye!